Hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here with day 396 of the Daily Scare Share, doing one thing a day that scares me, and hopefully you're doing it right along with me from the book, Do One Thing a Day That Scares You. I started at the beginning of the book again after the end of last year. I told myself last year I was going to stretch my comfort zone. I was going to find ways to move me toward what it is that I want. And the only way we get what we want is by going for it. And a lot of times going for it requires that we stretch our comfort zone, that we get a little bit out of ourselves and out of our own way, and we figure out what works for us. Now, one thing about going back and looking at when I've started and stopped this before was that sometimes the memories and the things that it stirs up aren't always great. They aren't always awesome. And I had stopped this, I mentioned yesterday, when my father became terminally ill with brain cancer. And so I quit doing it for about, it looks like about a month, because it was only a little over a month before my dad actually transitioned and passed away. And so 2 days after he passed away, I put an entry in the book. I picked up the book again. I'm sure I was looking for something and for some comfort to help me get through my grief. And the day, what I wrote on here, it makes me really sad because there was drama and turmoil in my family after my dad passed away. And that always makes me sad when there's, mixed emotions. This is my dad and my mom, by the way. My mom is 81 and going strong. She is so awesome. But it was a sad day, and just some weird dynamics in families. And everybody handles grief differently. And I understood that, but it still meant I had a couple of sad days. But today is not a sad day, and this year I'm focusing all on doing one thing every day that makes me happy. So I did that first. I do that first thing in the morning. And then I looked at this and I'm like, oh, this makes me kind of sad, but it's how I was feeling at the time, so I understand. But today, and what the challenge is it's really a simple one. It's just a word and one sentence. It's the yes and no activity. So today's all about saying yes to something. Tomorrow, of course, will be about saying no to something. And I think this happens throughout the book. I don't know how many times, but several times throughout the book, they have I just say yes to something and I say no to something. So this one was, today I said yes to, and then just blank lines. So it's something that we need to say yes to. And so what will you say yes to today? What can I say yes to today? Well, I already said yes to something today, which is something I've been wanting to do, but I don't know how to do it. It's a technological thing on the internet, online, and it has to do with pictures and graphics and video and flipping things and changing things, totally outside my area of expertise. But I will figure out how to get that done today. Now, I'm not saying I will personally do it, but I will figure out how to make sure that that gets done today, so I can say yes to that, because it's something I want to do anyway for a project I'm working on, and I would like to know how to do it, but I also know it's outside my skill set. It's outside my comfort zone. And it's also outside my area of genius or anything that I'm remotely good at. So it's the kind of thing I should probably outsource. So I might say yes to outsourcing and asking for help on how to do this particular technical photo flipping effect that I want to have on a website that I'm working on and a project that I'm working on. So I said yes to that already at about 4 o'clock this morning, 4:05, maybe. I was answering somebody's request, and I'm like, yes, I want to do that. I just even admitted to her. I said, hey, it's outside my skill set. I don't know how to do it, but I too have been wanting to do that. So I will figure out a way in the next couple of days. I'm not going to guarantee it gets done today, but I will set in motion the way to get it done today, so that it can get done. And now there's a lesson in that for myself, that I can say yes to something and committing to getting the result that needs to get done without me actually having to be the one that does it. Because there are things that are outside our skill set. There are things that we're not wonderful at and that we should ask for help with. So I'm going to say yes to asking for help and making sure that I get that one thing done. What can you say yes to today? What is one thing that, and you might not know right now, but as things come up, be on the lookout for something that you can say yes to, and always say yes to what feels right for you in your tummy and in your heart, in your gut. Always say yes to those things, because those things are for you and for your best interests. So go out, make it a fantastic day. Don't be scared. You got this. I'll be with you tomorrow.